All right, so we're diving into the world of film and TV today, aiming for that assistant video and motion picture director role.
Really exciting stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more than just, yelling action on set. We've got the RoleCatcher Intel Pack right here.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be good.
It is. This deep dive is going to prep you to not just answer interview questions, but to really impress.
Yeah, it's all about showcasing a deeper understanding of the role, going beyond the surface.
For sure, for sure. So first things first, let's kind of paint a picture of what an assistant director actually does day to day.
Right.
RoleCatcher mentions everything from managing the crew and the talent to keeping the production on budget and on schedule. What stands out to you as the most crucial?
I think it's really the bridge between the creative vision and actually making it happen.
Okay.
You've got the director setting the artistic direction, and the AD makes sure it actually happens on the ground, on time, and within those, budget constraints.
Right, within the realities of production.
Exactly. It's a high-pressure environment.
Oh, yeah.
With long hours.
For sure.
So you need that mix of leadership, organizational skills, and really a deep understanding of the whole filmmaking process.
You got to have that passion, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you got to really want to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're organized, you thrive under pressure, and you know your way around a film set.
Sounds like you.
I'm trying. Let's jump into these RoleCatcher sample interview questions.
Okay, let's do it.
I think understanding what they're really trying to get at with each question is key.
For sure.
So first up, what experience do you have in video and motion picture production? I mean, it seems pretty straightforward.
Right.
But what are they really looking for here?
I think they want to see proof. Proof you've got skin in the game, that your passion, translates into action.
Yeah.
Don't just say you love movies, right? Highlight that relevant coursework, internships, maybe even personal projects you've done.
Right.
Did you lead a short film project in college? Volunteer at a film festival? Put those things front and center.
And this is where I think RoleCatcher's AI is just so brilliant.
Yeah.
You can plug in that specific job description, and it highlights keywords, skills they're emphasizing.
Absolutely. It's like having a secret weapon.
It really is.
And remember, it's not just about listing experiences, it's about connecting them to the role. How did those experiences build your organizational skills, problem solving, your understanding of the production process?
So it's like telling the story of how you got here.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's say you're prepping for an interview using RoleCatcher. You feed the job description into the AI, and it highlights problem solving as a key skill. How do you weave that into your answer about experience?
Okay, well, you could talk about a time when a shoot hit a snag. Maybe bad weather, equipment malfunction, something unexpected.
Oh, yeah, those always happen.
Always. And you had to think on your feet and find a solution.
Okay.
Explain the problem,
Yeah.
how you thought it through, and what actions you took. They want to see you in action, not just hear a list of skills.
So show, don't tell. Okay, question number 2 from RoleCatcher. What do you think are the essential qualities of a good assistant video and motion picture director? How do you answer this without just falling into those generic traps?
I think it's about focusing on the core challenges of the role. It's juggling priorities, staying calm under pressure, and communicating clearly with a diverse team.
It's a lot.
It is.
So instead of saying like, I'm a hard worker, you'd say something like,
More like, I'm really good at prioritizing tasks and managing my time, especially in high-pressure environments. See the difference?
oh yeah, way more impactful.
Right.
And this is where I think RoleCatcher's career guide comes in handy.
Yeah, so...
Well, it breaks down those key responsibilities and skills needed at different career stages.
Oh, that's smart.
So you can use that to shape your answer and really show that you've done your homework.
And don't forget to be ready for those follow-up questions. Like, can you give an example of a time you demonstrated those qualities?
Oh yeah, they're going to want to see those skills in action.
Absolutely. Have those concrete stories ready to go, showing your leadership, problem-solving, communication skills.
So have a story bank ready.
Exactly.
All right, question number 3 gets a little more specific. What is your experience with pre-production planning and organization? I feel like this is where they're trying to gauge your attention to detail.
100%. They want to know that you understand all that groundwork that goes into making a successful production. Have you created shot lists, storyboards, helped coordinate schedules? Even just managing logistics for a smaller project counts.
Right, and I think this is where RoleCatcher's video practice feature can be such a game changer.
Oh, tell me about it.
You record your answers and then get AI feedback on your body language and delivery. It's like having a virtual coach.
That's so valuable, especially for those who, get nervous on camera.
Oh, for sure. And,
Oh.
don't underestimate the power of those non-film related experiences. Maybe you were the event planner for a big college function or something. That still shows you've got the organizational skills and attention to detail they're looking for.
Absolutely.
Okay, on to question number 4. How do you ensure that production stays on schedule and within budget? Ooh, that feels like a high-stakes one.
It is. They're looking for someone who's proactive, someone who anticipates challenges and has backup plans.
Right.
Acknowledge that things will go wrong, but highlight your ability to problem solve, adjust on the fly, and keep things moving forward.
And again, RoleCatcher's career guide is super helpful here because it outlines those different levels of responsibility at each stage.
Oh, that's smart.
You can tailor your answer based on the specific role you're going for.
Right. So if you're aiming for a first AD position, you might talk about managing a larger crew, delegating effectively to maintain that schedule and budget.
Right, because those skills are going to look different at different levels.
Exactly.
All right, moving on to question 5. What is your experience with post-production processes, such as editing and sound design? Is this a deal breaker if you're not a tech whiz?
I think it depends on the specific role. An AD isn't always directly involved in post-production,
Right.
but having even a basic understanding shows you appreciate that whole filmmaking pipeline. If you've used editing software or have a grasp of sound design, mention it.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can help you again.
Yeah.
Identify those key skills. If post-production is highlighted in the job description, you can tailor your answer, emphasize any relevant experience.
Absolutely. And even if you don't have direct experience, you can express your enthusiasm for learning. Maybe you've taken an online course or you're just fascinated by a certain editing technique. Show them you're eager to expand your skill set.
I love that attitude of being a lifelong learner.
It's so important in this field.
It really is.
Things are always changing.
Okay, next up, question 6. How do you manage conflicts on set between crew members or actors? Ooh, this feels like a tricky one.
It is, but it's also a chance to highlight those interpersonal skills. They want someone who can mediate, stay calm under pressure, and find solutions that benefit the whole production.
You got to be the cool head.
Exactly.
So have a story ready to go about a time you successfully navigated a conflict. Maybe you had to resolve a scheduling disagreement or, help 2 team members find common ground.
Exactly. Focus on your communication skills, how you listen, understand different perspectives, and find that win-win solution.
Sure.
And be ready for those follow-up questions like, what's your approach to giving constructive feedback?
Oh, that's a good one.
Right.
Be ready to talk about how you deliver feedback clearly, respectfully, and help everyone perform at their best. Okay, on to question 7.
Hit me.
What is your experience with directing talent, such as actors or models?
Now, this is your chance to really showcase your leadership and your ability to inspire others.
Yeah, even if you haven't directed a Hollywood film, you've probably guided a team or a project in some way.
For sure.
Think about those times when you've communicated a vision, motivated people, and helped them, perform at their best.
Exactly. It could be directing a school play, coaching a sports team, even leading a group project for a class. Highlight those specific techniques you use to build rapport, give direction, and encourage collaboration.
And don't forget, RoleCatcher's AI can help you tailor those examples to match what the job actually needs. Say they're looking for someone who can work with a diverse cast. You can highlight your experience with cross-cultural collaboration or your ability to create an inclusive environment.
It's all about making sure your experience aligns with what they're looking for.
Absolutely. All right, on to question number 8. What is your experience with visual effects and CGI? Now, this might feel a bit specialized. How important is it to have, deep CGI knowledge for this role?
It really depends on the production.
Okay.
But even if you're not a CGI expert, you should at least demonstrate that you understand how visual effects fit into the whole process.
Okay.
You could talk about your familiarity with different types of visual effects, how they're integrated into the workflow, or even just your enthusiasm for their creative potential.
Right. If you're excited about it, let it show.
Yeah. And if you do have any technical experience with CGI software or anything, definitely showcase that.
Right. The more you can connect those skills, the better.
Absolutely.
All right. Question 9. How do you stay up to date with the latest technology and techniques in video and motion picture production.
Hmm.
I feel like they're looking for that passion and that commitment here.
100%.
Don't just say like, oh, I read articles online.
No, no, no.
What are some better answers?
Be specific. Do you subscribe to industry publications? Do you follow influential filmmakers on social media? Have you taken any online courses or workshops? And don't be afraid to really geek out about a specific piece of equipment or software that you're into. Let that passion shine through.
I love that. And if you've used RoleCatcher's Career Compass, you might have already discovered some great resources for staying current in the field.
That's a good point.
Mention those in your answer. It shows you're actively using tools to expand your knowledge.
It shows you're taking initiative.
Okay, and the final question in this set. What is your experience managing a production team? This is your moment to really highlight those leadership skills.
It is.
Even if you haven't officially had like a manager title, you've probably led group projects or worked with others towards a common goal, right?
Of course.
Think about those experiences and highlight the strategies you use to delegate tasks, manage deadlines, and resolve conflicts.
Did you use any project management software? Did you implement a good communication system? How did you create a positive and collaborative environment? All of those are really valuable examples.
And RoleCatcher's AI can be so helpful here because you can analyze the job description and tailor your answer to really emphasize the specific leadership qualities they're looking for.
You got it.
So you've aced those basic interview questions. You've landed the job. Congratulations. But how do you build a successful and fulfilling career in this dynamic and ever-changing field? That's what we're going to tackle next.
I'm excited to dive in.
Me too. RoleCatcher's Career Guide does a fantastic job of outlining those potential career paths, and it's fascinating to see all the different directions you could go in. What are some of the typical stages someone might expect in this field?
Well, you might start as a production assistant.
Okay.
Get your feet right on set, really learning the ropes.
Yeah, pay your dues.
Exactly. Then you can progress to second AD, then first AD, taking on more and more responsibility with each step.
I love that RoleCatcher includes those example profiles of people at different career stages.
Yeah.
It gives you a real sense of what your future could look like.
Absolutely.
And one thing that surprised me was how hands-on even those senior roles can be.
Oh, yeah.
It's not all about giving orders from a director's chair.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
You might find a first AD coordinating these complex stunts, troubleshooting tech issues, or even making sure the actors have the right props.
So it's very much a boots-on-the-ground kind of role.
It is. It's demanding, but so rewarding.
Okay, so it sounds like continuous learning is key in this industry.
Absolutely essential.
RoleCatcher emphasizes that a lot, which I love.
Yeah.
They recommend workshops, online courses, even mentorship. What are some key areas that aspiring assistant directors should really focus on?
I'd say those technical skills are always evolving, so staying current with new software, camera tech, things like virtual production,
Right.
that's essential. But don't underestimate those soft skills either.
Yeah, those are huge.
Your ability to communicate clearly, collaborate with diverse teams, and, gracefully manage conflict, those are invaluable throughout your whole career.
Now, we can't forget the creative side either, right?
Of course not. Keep nurturing those storytelling abilities. Watch films, analyze other directors' work, and never stop experimenting with your own creative projects.
Yeah, keep that passion alive.
Exactly.
You have to love filmmaking to really thrive in this world.
100%. And here's something else to think about, something RoleCatcher really highlighted. The film and television industry is changing so rapidly thanks to technology.
It's one of the things that fascinates me most about this field.
It's incredible. I mean, think about it. Virtual production, AI-powered tools, new filmmaking techniques are emerging all the time.
All the time.
So the question is, how can you not just adapt to those changes, but leverage them to your advantage? What emerging technology excites you, and how do you see it shaping your role in the future?
That is such a powerful question to consider.
It is.
Because it shows you're not just prepared for this interview, but you're really engaged with the future of the industry.
Exactly. That kind of forward thinking is what will make you stand out.
This deep dive has been fantastic. We've covered so much ground.
I know, Ralph.
From understanding what an assistant director does every day to tackling those tough interview questions and even exploring these exciting career paths that are out there.
It's a lot to process.
It is, but it's exciting stuff.
It is.
And it's a lot to be excited about. But for now, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to keep diving deeper into this awesome career with RoleCatcher.
Can't wait.
Me neither. We'll be right back.
And we're back, diving deeper into the world of assistant directing with RoleCatcher. Before the break, we were talking about those tricky interview questions.
Those make or break moments.
Exactly. So let's pick up where we left off. Question number 7 was all about directing talent, like actors and models.
Yeah, that's where you really showcase those leadership skills, that ability to inspire and guide.
Even if you haven't directed a big budget film, you've probably led a team or a project in some capacity, right?
Absolutely. Think about those times when you had to communicate a vision, motivate others, and help them, perform at their best.
Right. It could be directing a school play, leading a group project, coaching a sports team even. It's all about bringing out the best in others.
Exactly. And when you're answering this question, focus on the specific techniques you used. Did you break down complex tasks into manageable steps? Offer targeted feedback to help individuals improve? Create that supportive environment where everyone felt valued? Yeah, those details really make your experience come alive. And I love that RoleCatcher's AI can help you tailor those examples to fit the specific job.
It's such a powerful tool.
So let's say the job description emphasizes working with a diverse cast. You could highlight your experience with cross-cultural collaboration or your ability to create an inclusive environment.
You got it. It's all about demonstrating you're the right fit. Okay, moving on to question 8. What's your experience with visual effects and CGI? Does this mean you have to be a tech wizard to be an assistant director?
That's a good question. I think it depends on the production, honestly.
Yeah. But even if you're not a full-blown CGI expert, having even a basic understanding of how those effects work shows you appreciate the entire filmmaking process.
Right. You're thinking about the big picture.
Exactly. You could talk about your familiarity with different types of visual effects, how they're integrated into the workflow, or even just your enthusiasm for their creative potential.
And if you do have any technical experience with CGI software, definitely mention it.
Don't be shy about those skills.
The more you can align your skills with their needs, the better. Okay, question 9. How do you stay up to date with the latest technology and techniques in video and motion picture production? I feel like they're really trying to gauge your passion here, your commitment to the craft.
It's about showing them you're invested, you're a lifelong learner.
So don't just say you read articles online.
Right. You've got to be specific. Do you subscribe to any industry publications? Follow influential filmmakers on social media? Have you taken online courses or workshops to broaden your skill set?
And this is where RoleCatcher's Career Compass can be such a valuable tool. You might have already discovered some great resources there, which you can then mention in your answer.
Excellent point.
It shows you're actively looking for ways to learn and grow. Okay, last question in this set. What's your experience managing a production team? Time to showcase those leadership skills.
This is it.
Even if you haven't officially held a manager title, you've probably led group projects or worked collaboratively towards a common goal. Think about those experiences.
Exactly. Did you delegate tasks effectively? Manage deadlines? Keep everyone on track? Resolve conflicts while maintaining that positive team dynamic?
Think about the tools you use, too. Did you use project management software? Implement a clear communication system. Create a positive, collaborative environment.
Those are all valuable details to share.
And once again, RoleCatcher's AI can really help you fine-tune your answer. You can use it to analyze the job description, emphasize the specific leadership qualities they're looking for.
It takes all the guesswork out of it.
All right, so you've aced the interview questions, landed the job. Congratulations.
Time to celebrate.
But now what? How do you actually build a successful, fulfilling career in this industry that's constantly evolving? That's what we're going to dive into next.
Can't wait. RoleCatcher's Career Guide does a fantastic job of mapping out potential career paths, and it's really inspiring to see the different directions you can go in.
I agree. What are some of the typical stages someone might expect to go through in this field?
Well, often you'll start as a production assistant, right? You're getting your feet wet on set, soaking everything up, learning the ropes.
Paying your dues, as they say.
Exactly. From there, you could progress to second AD, then first AD, taking on more responsibility and leadership as you go.
I love that RoleCatcher includes those example profiles of people at different career stages. It's like a sneak peek into what your future could look like.
It helps you visualize those possibilities.
One thing that surprised me, though, was how hands-on even those senior roles can be.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about calling the shots from a director's chair.
Absolutely not. You might find a first AD coordinating elaborate stunts, troubleshooting technical issues, making sure the actors have the right props. It's a dynamic role.
So it's a very much boots on the ground kind of role, even at the higher levels.
It is. It's demanding, fast-paced, but also incredibly rewarding.
Definitely sounds like continuous learning is crucial in this industry.
It's essential.
RoleCatcher really emphasizes that, which I appreciate.
Yeah, they're big on professional development.
They recommend workshops, online courses, mentorship, all sorts of things. What are some key areas aspiring assistant directors should really focus on?
Well, those technical skills are always evolving. New software, camera technologies, things like virtual production. You've got to stay on top of it all.
It's a lot to keep up with.
It is. But don't underestimate the power of soft skills either. That ability to communicate clearly, collaborate with diverse teams, gracefully manage conflict, those skills are invaluable throughout your whole career.
Couldn't agree more. And of course, we can't forget about nurturing the creative side of things too.
Absolutely. Keep watching films, analyzing different directorial styles, and keep experimenting with your own creative projects.
Yeah, keep that passion alive.
Exactly. You've got to love filmmaking to truly thrive in this world.
Speaking of passion, RoleCatcher brought up something really interesting I wanted to touch on. The film and TV industry is changing so rapidly, thanks in large part to technology.
That's what makes it so exciting.
Exactly. There's always something new on the horizon.
Think about it. Virtual production, AI-powered tools, new filmmaking techniques popping up all the time. It's not enough to just adapt to these changes. You have to think about how to use them to your advantage.
That's a great point.
So the question is, what emerging technology are you most interested in? How do you see it shaping your role in the future?
That's such a great question to consider, isn't it?
It is. It shows you're not just prepared for this one interview, but you're engaged with the future of filmmaking. That forward-thinking approach is what makes you stand out.
This deep dive has been amazing. We've covered so much ground, the day-to-day of the role, how to nail those interview questions, and what your career path could look like.
We've really gone deep.
We have. But there's always more to learn. Stay tuned, because when we come back, we'll be wrapping up our Assistant Director Deep Dive with some final thoughts and insights. And we're back for the final part of our Assistant Director Deep Dive with RoleCatcher. Before the break, we were talking about how technology is transforming the film and television industry.
It's such a dynamic time to be in this field.
It really is.
Yeah.
And as you head into that interview, think about those emerging technologies. Which one really sparks your interest? Is it virtual production? The use of AI in editing? Something else entirely?
It's a great way to show them you're not just prepared for this role, but you're excited about the future of filmmaking. You're thinking ahead.
Exactly. Having an answer to that question demonstrates that you're a lifelong learner, always looking for ways to grow and adapt.
It's a crucial quality in this industry.
This deep dive has been incredible. We've covered so much ground. What an assistant director does day to day, those tricky interview questions, and even what your long-term career path could look like.
It's a lot to take in, but hopefully it's empowering too.
It definitely is. Because with the right preparation and resources, like RoleCatcher, you can really set yourself up for success in this exciting field.
Couldn't agree more.
So as we wrap up, any final words of wisdom for aspiring assistant directors out there?
Remember, the film and television industry is competitive, but it's also incredibly rewarding. If you bring hard work, dedication, and a genuine passion for storytelling, you can achieve amazing things.
You've got this.
Break a leg in that interview.
And don't forget, RoleCatcher is your ally every step of the way. Use their AI features to fine-tune those answers, practice your delivery, research those emerging technologies, even discover new career paths you might not have considered.
It's an invaluable tool.
Until next time, keep learning, keep creating, and keep diving deep.